Start now.
Ready.
Recorder-lating.
Yeah. All right, so welcome everybody to our E3 Spectacular, and when I say E3, I'm also secretly including Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest thing. So it's just, remember it's in there. The kickoff event is on June 10th, so it's kind of like the beginning of E3 basically. But we're going to be counting it in here for this. So what we're doing here is I've rounded up all the folks at GameLuster, and everyone has made some predictions. Everyone's been allowed 7 predictions here for the entire show. Because we honestly don't know the size of these conferences. It seemed weird. It seemed kind of... it didn't make sense to do it like per conference, I don't think. So we're just kind of doing the whole event. And I think for this to count, one of these things has to happen before... the last time one of these things can happen is during like the award show wrap-up thing at E3. So if it happens after that, it doesn't count. And that's when we'll be tallying the points. So... I have with me here a few guests. Again, as always, we have Ree.
Hey, howdy, nice. Hey, that was such a shite intro.
Wow,
that's... I forgot how to say hi.
Okay, a good start. Kate is also here.
And I am here to bring 100% of the actual optimism about E3. All these predictions are so negative.
Hey, Whoa, we were just being a little bit negative yesterday.
No, I have one happy one.
I'd say probably most of mine are happy. Okay. I have one negative one.
I'm about 50% optimistic.
Okay, that was...
Okay, and we also have Tim. We have Tim 50% optimistic here.
50% demonic.
50% optimistic.
Max, what percent optimistic would you say you are?
I'm most percent optimistic, just really niche.
What did you say, most percent?
Yes, most percent.
Okay.
That's really speedrunning category.
Just most.
What an effective way to take a dominance over the conversation so quickly. I'm the most percent.
No. I said I am most percent, as in anywhere between 70 and 90.
Okay.
Not a power move, just a really vague number. Most percent, but not all percent.
It could be both. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
I retract my power move.
Oh no, that's not a power move.
Do like me and use your unholy demonic voice as your power move.
I am the most optimistic.
Excellent. Good
show.
Oh
god, no, we've got 2 of them.
So I'm thinking the way that we'll do this is to let me explain the rules too. So you can have multi-part predictions, and for each part of the prediction, you get a point. Up to 3, but if any part of the prediction is wrong, then you lose the point for the entire thing. So, you got to risk it for the biscuit on this one.
I like that.
Did I say that over there, Ree? Do you say that, but you're talking about a cookie?
See, I literally thought I thought we came up with that one. I thought that was our saying, and I would imagine
I suspect that one is actually a British saying.
Oh, it might be.
I always imagine a cookie in that context because your biscuits.
I would much rather.
It
definitely sounds like it should have been said with a slightly posh British accent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The thing is, I would much rather risk something big for a biscuit than a cookie, I think.
Like a biscuit is a cookie. Even.
What do you mean by biscuit?
Soft, doughy, breaded thing.
We don't. Oh. You guys don't have biscuits over there. What biscuits are here?
It's like scones.
It's a particular type of fluffy roll.
No, it's not like a scone. It is a fluffy, baked, and crispy roll. You guys do not have an equivalent over there. I've had this conversation with British people.
Well, now I feel
it's really good. You can get... Oh, I don't know if... I mean, maybe some of the American fast food places have it, but it probably isn't great. But anyway...
if you have a Bojangles...
Let's continue.
I don't think they have...
Oh, you guys don't have Bojangles? Do you guys don't have Bojangles over there? You don't have Bo Biscuits?
Bojangles is the southern U.S. only.
Yeah,
I know. Bojangles
Bojangles biscuits are amazing.
The biscuits are good, and all the stuff they put in the biscuits are bad. Anyway, let's get into it. So I'm thinking probably the most organized way to do this is just to go person by person. So I'll read through them, and when we get to the people who are on the show, when we get to your predictions, you guys take us through those. And so we'll kind of just lock them in here, and if anyone wants to argue with somebody, you can still change it while we're talking, but then at the end of your turn, you're locked in, okay?
Okay. I like this. Yeah.
So if somebody can convince you to not do something or to do something. So this is also a mind game, right?
Ooh.
You're like, no, they're not gonna do that, right?
Welcome to GameBusters Among Us.
I don't know, Nero, I'm looking kind of sus.
Yeah, this is Game Susters.
Now we can throw it in the thumbnail. SEO, baby.
SEO, baby. Let's do this. So I'm gonna kick off with mine here. I have a few fun ones. So we have 7 predictions each, like I said. Number 1, I'm saying that Starfield is going to be given 2022 date, just 2022, with no further addition onto that, and it has a mobile game tie-in that is coming out sooner.
I think you're being optimistic with 2022.
I don't think so. I mean, like, I think a lot of people are saying, like, it was, I mean, from what I've been hearing, it was supposed to be ready in 2021, and probably COVID has pushed it to 22.
I feel, actually, you know what? I will hand it to you. It'll probably get a 22 release date, release date, and I think it might be pushed back closer to the time, to like 20.
So I'm going to make a prediction about your prediction. Starfield is going to be announced as a Skyrim DLC.
Ooh.
I think mobile game tie-in for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. They love doing that shit. Okay, so then I'm gonna say prediction 2: no less than 3 live animals will
Nirav,
appear
I have to
during
ask,
E3.
which studios do you think are going to be bringing the live animals into their presentation?
Well,
I
one
think
already
Everwild. I think Xbox is bringing live animals for Everwild, and they're gonna do a big blowout on it.
Maybe it's just someone's cat coming onto the Zoom call.
That counts.
Oh, that counts.
does count.
Okay, nice. Okay.
Or I was thinking maybe a monkey would be in the studio with the director of Everwild, just there. You know what I mean?
Speaking of cats, I've been joined by one, just in case weird things happen. She occasionally jumps on my keyboard.
Oh. Okay. I have now apparently have been proven wrong, though, already, that Bamco will not show, nor will they mention Elden Ring. A lot of stuff coming out that Jeff Keighley has secured Elden Ring to close out Summer Games Fest now. So I don't know. If that happens, then screw you, Jeff. You've ruined me. I don't know if, I mean, like, we hear so much stuff about Elden Ring, like, I don't know what to believe, you know? So I'm gonna just stay positive and say, no, they won't show it.
It's an interesting way to stay positive.
Yeah.
Sure. Or should I just bet that they will show it there? Do I believe our sources there?
Stick to your guns. Deny them.
Yeah.
Reject reality and substitute your own.
Yes.
Reject Jeff.
Yes. All right. Prediction 4, again, this is 2 points, so there will be a new main series Donkey Kong and Kirby game announced.
Oh, that's the...
I could see the Donkey Kong. I think we're a little early for a new Kirby. I've been trying to keep an eye on the studio and like how they've been progressing, and I think they're probably ready to show something at least, even if it's not coming this year, even if it's coming next year. I think they'll probably want to show it this year. Oh, so you're saying we might get like a trailer for it, like a
yeah. This is just an announcement.
Okay.
Yes.
Not any release announcement.
No, this is an announcement that it exists.
Okay, then I can say that. I'd say we might be closer to a Donkey Kong release. I could see a Donkey Kong.
I agree. I can see Donkey Kong for this fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think if they have Nintendo right now just has Pokemon for the holiday. Like I don't know if Breath of the Wild 2 is actually getting out this year. I mean, if it doesn't, they're probably going to need a Donkey Kong and something else like that. WarioWare probably is my other guess.
I love the idea that they just
to kind of round it out.
Zelda's being slow. Pull out the Donkey Kong.
We've been saving
Deploy Donkey Kong. Yeah.
Deploy Donkey Kong.
They've just got a stockpile of Donkey Kong games that they've had them for 10 years already. They just, give them a little spit and polish and throw them out.
That does remind me of this whole thing of, like, somebody, like, on Twitter mentioned, like, I love this narrative that there was somehow this, like, Todd Howard was sitting at a computer and reading the bad reviews of Fallout 76 and was like, guys, we have no choice but to make Starfield good. Okay. So, number 6, Sony will have a, as of yet, unannounced first-party title for this fall. I feel very strong about this one.
I don't think it will
did you
release
skip over
this
your
fall.
5th one?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I missed number 5. Number 5, no less than 3 presenters will say the phrase, a vast open world.
Yeah, I agree.
And
This
it's gonna
feels good.
it's going to be so much more than 3 as well.
That's your guaranteed point, no matter what.
Yeah, you're getting that one.
I think that's gonna happen.
So the Sony thing, from after the interview with the director of Horizon, I don't feel confident it's getting out this year. I know they're still shooting for it, and I really wish them luck. But they said there was a sentence in there that was like, from the director, like, something is going to have to give, and it's not going to be the quality of the game, and it is certainly not going to be the health and well-being of our employees.
Oh yeah, that's getting delayed then.
That's getting delayed. Yeah, for sure. I would love if Horizon made it out. I'm a huge fan of that game, but I don't see it. So I think that Sony has another unannounced first-party title for after, because right now after Ratchet and Clank they don't have anything lined up.
See, I'm going to be really negative here. I'm going to use one of my negative points and just say that I think we're not going to have a lot of games at the end of the year, because this is when I think the impact of COVID's going to really hit. Like, the games we did get were already far into development. I think anything that was sort of at the beginning or like mid-development is really struggling now. So
I think that's probably true.
I think we're not going to get a lot this fall.
Now, just to be clear, this even would count for something like Destruction All-Stars was like a first-party Sony title. Like, even a small thing, not from one of their major studios.
We might get something small, yeah.
Or a Returnal, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
I think one of those will show up. And then last prediction is, for my Easy Allies fans out there, a big boy will slip.
What?
Explain.
Just a large male will fall over.
No, so this is a prediction that the Easy Allies make for their E3 bets every year, that you have to bet on. Will a big boy slip?
What?
And what this means is that a large person or creature, like an overly large
going
thing,
to fall on stage?
will actually trip and fall.
Oh.
No, in a video, in a trailer, in gameplay, something.
Oh yeah,
It will
absolutely.
happen.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I mean, like I remember watching them, like watching the Nintendo Direct, like, and like just waiting, like when they showed like the Gigantamax Pokemon and like one of them fell over, they were just like celebrating and hugging each other. So that's the kind of
There's a drinking game.
what I'm looking for here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Every time a big boy slips, just start drinking. However much is up to you.
No, I'm changing my mind. I'm changing course on this first on Bamco. Bamco will show Elden Ring. Hold on.
Coward.
And it will close out, and that's the second, and then it will close out Summer Games Fest.
You are giving in to Jeff, and I'm
giving in to the power of Jeff.
You are.
Attacking the power of Jeff.
Well, to be fair, he does actually know how to do a functional online show, so I guess it is better to trust
It
him.
really is literally, it seems like Nintendo and Jeff Keighley are the only two people who know how to make an online show function.
They've had so long to do this. I don't know how it keeps messing up.
It is insane.
Do you remember when the Sonic Central thing started and they like fast forward the whole thing, like accidentally in the first 5 seconds? It was really funny.
But even just the pacing of it, like, hey, here's a guy who's working on the TV show. Let's listen to him talk about it for 6 minutes with no visuals.
Yeah, honestly, so bad.
God. Okay. Let's go through. Moises here is our site owner here. Predictions. Mario Kart 9 will release exclusively for Switch Pro in 2023.
That's bold.
Yeah.
That's bold.
That's very bold.
That's very bold.
But that isn't
wrong.
That's a Nintendo move though. They're wild cards. You can make anything up about them, and it might be true.
I was just listening to Kind of Funny doing their predictions, and they referenced a lot dropping a WND, a weird Nintendo decision. I think this is a WND.
Those work out for them, like more often.
They do
than
work
not.
out. Prediction 2 from Moises: Halo spin-off will be announced to release in 2022.
I
can believe that.
I can see that. Yeah, they need something.
We actually don't know what like 5 or 6 of Xbox's internal studios are doing. I'm pretty sure one of them's working on Halo spin-off.
Yeah, that's
what they're always
prediction
doing,
3
right?
game. Everyone's always working on Halo.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Until proven otherwise.
Even
Schrodinger's
if
Halo.
proven otherwise.
Prediction 3 is Game Pass is coming to Switch.
Oh,
This feels bold also.
That would be both a weird Nintendo decision, but also a weird Microsoft decision.
We know that Nintendo has talked to Xbox about doing this, and Nintendo kind of was the one who stalled the talks like a year ago. I don't know if they've come around on it.
Could it work
doubt it.
on Switch? I mean, maybe Switch
Yeah,
Pro.
you would stream it. Yeah, it would be xCloud streaming.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Be a
I mean,
weird
they've already
ass-
done like streaming control. That's how they do it on Switch. So it's
Yeah.
not completely out of the question.
So PS4. Prediction 4. Final Fantasy 16 delayed for PS5. I'm assuming that this means that
it's only coming out for PS5.
So
well, I think we already know that.
Yeah. So I don't.
I guess
I'm just gonna say it's
predicting that it's
Final
going to
Fantasy
be
16.
delayed. I guess
It's just be delayed.
It's a pretty
I
safe
don't.
bet.
But it also can't. It can't be delayed because it doesn't have a date though.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they've done that before somehow.
You're right. They
Yeah,
have.
I'm guessing it's like
Final
They're
Fantasy 13 versus Forever.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well-
I guess they're gonna like push it back internally so they can just have that exclusive PS5 development without having to worry about PS4. I don't know. I can't see it being a PS5 exclusive. I think we're too early to be thinking about that.
I think it's coming to. I also think Final Fantasy 16 is probably not coming to like. I don't know why I'm feeling February next year in my bones.
I'd give
I
it
don't
a
know
solid
why.
5
In
years
my
yet.
bones.
I think it's going to come to PS4. I'm going to be optimistic.
I think it'll come to PC as well, though. Is the other thing.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I was assuming PS5 PC for it.
yeah, because and I assume that because it said it on the card they showed at the presentation.
And I was assuming just those two with maybe like an Xbox later.
Later, yeah. Okay, prediction 5 for Moises is Zelda Rabbids.
I love this
don't know how
idea.
this would work.
I love it.
I love it.
Like, I don't suspect it. I want it.
This is a WMD.
yeah.
No, I loved Mario Rabbids. I am all down for Zelda Rabbids. You know what? Actually, no, let's go even further. Let's bring our peanut butter and our chocolate together. Let's go Fire Emblem Rabbids. Let's get our two weird-ass tactics games together.
God.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
So we got to keep moving a little bit.
That's
here
my
'cause we got a
prediction
lot to get
8 is
through.
Fire Emblem Rabbids.
Jesus. Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica remake.
No,
I think this is.
they forgot about
Not
I
that.
think I think remaster is
Yeah.
possible.
I
I
don't
think
think
if we get a
either is
remaster, we'll
possible.
count it for this.
Yeah.
I think
I
they're not gonna do
think we
either.
can get a remaster and re-release. I don't think a full remake for those two. At least not yet.
No. And then E3 will dox everyone again. That's
Yeah.
a strong.
Yeah,
that's
your
a strong yes.
That's
your
That's a
gimme.
gimme.
I've accepted it.
All right, Axel. Jeff Keighley will not shut the fuck up. Sorry, until at least 5 seconds after a
that's
trailer
gonna happen.
begins.
That's
Yeah.
that's a given.
That's a
This
gimme.
has historically happened a few times. So
you know, be real with us, Axel. What do you really think about Jeff Keighley? Wow.
hey, okay, I love Jeff. Everyone shits on him
You
too
know
much.
what? Jeff defends.
And I'm not
God.
saying that just because he invited me into his Game Awards panel. Please bring me back this year, Jeff. Shinji Mikami will appear on stage wearing a trucker hat. That's a gimme.
Yeah. Unless it's a cowboy hat. So that's more Giga's thing.
Epic Games will announce they have fully acquired Manticore Games.
I believe
I'm
it.
actually... who is Manticore again? I've heard of them, but I can't remember what they make off the top of my head.
Let me look it up.
I will Google it.
Manticore Games.
Epic Games acquiring anybody is probably a gimme.
Yeah,
So.
Manticore Games. I'm really not seeing anything here. That's like, what have they done?
Okay, well, the next one, CD Projekt Red will make a big announcement about their first DLC for Cyberpunk 2077, and the fans will be ripshit pissed. That's a safe bet.
If A, then B. So this is a 50-50, but it's 2 points if you get it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's absolutely right.
Todd Howard will appear on stage saying how excited he is for the next chapter in the Elder Scrolls saga.
Yep,
And then
that is
he'll
an
announce
easy, that's a
Skyrim
gimme.
again, yes.
That's a gimme. Because they're not... okay, real talk, do you guys think do you think they're gonna title it?
No.
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 No, I don't either. Okay, From Software will announce a remaster of the Otogi games. That's bold.
Yeah.
Could be. I can believe this if it's shipped to an external studio. If a third-party studio is doing it, I believe that. And then Gabe Newell will make a surprise appearance, but will not announce Half-Life 3 or Portal 3. I think this is very possible because Phil Spencer has been talking a lot about how he's had so many meetings with Gabe Newell. A lot of people are anticipating that Steam is going to be connecting with Xbox somehow this year.
Ooh, okay.
Possibly having streaming access from Steam to an Xbox is kind of what I've been hearing, but we'll see. Okay, I'll lock those in for Axel. So, Will, Elden Ring is shown in a full trailer,
Okay.
and Miyazaki presents it, and Glaive Master Hodir
Free.
appears.
Gone for
That's
the
pretty far
free-
prediction.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
the
extremely
trifecta.
bold.
New trailer and details for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, but nothing on Remake Part 2. That
Yeah.
seems safe.
Yeah.
I think that's like
We
Square
might
Enix is for sure.
where we might get a hosed is that we might get some stuff on Remake Part 2, but It's hard to say.
Dude, we're gonna see a deep dive trailer on 16 before we see Remake Part 2 at all.
I'm not gonna say we're gonna get like a lot of details on it, but we might get like screenshots for it.
And then they'll scrap it and have to start again, like 5 years later.
Yeah. So this is Nintendo apologizes for no Breath of the Wild 2 news.
On that camp. I don't
think this is going to happen.
This was me a few days ago, but since they announced how long their direct is going to be, I am now saying we're going to get something. So I'm now saying
I agree. And I think also the thing is that when the February direct happened and Aonuma appeared hat in hands,
that was
and he
so
said,
funny. I love that.
Like, I have nothing to show you, but he said, we'll be announcing something soon. And now is sort of the end of when soon is. I think this is just about it. So I think it's happening. And I do think, but for the record, I do think it's going to get pushed to 2022. I think it was planned for 21 and is going to be 22
But I think we're going to see something.
Yeah, I agree. I think we'll see it. We may just see another cinematic, but I'm hoping we see some gameplay. We'll see. I think. And also, this isn't one of my predictions, but I think we get a title at E3.
Like a subtitle specifically?
Yeah, like what it's called. It's not going to be called Breath of the Wild 2.
It might be some Breath of the Wild : or Breath of the Wild 2 :
It's already The Legend of Zelda : the Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Well, no. The thing is, it might not be. You know what I mean? It's like it'll definitely have a different title, but it'll not be. It might be something of the wild. You know?
Oh yeah, I agree.
Ooh, yeah,
I think I've seen like Curse of the Wild or Death of the Wild and stuff. Everyone's like, all right, chill out.
I think Rise of the Wild, perhaps, because
Rise of the Wild is good.
The castle lifts in the air in that initial trailer. So.
Anyway, continuing on.
End of the Wild might be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so next prediction, Fable related update. This is a miss. I'm sorry.
I think we'll get some. It will get acknowledged, and we'll see some concept art, and that will tide us over for 3 years.
Is this going to be a Dragon Age concept art presentation?
No, actually, you know what? I'm banking on we're actually going to get a CG trailer, and I'm not ready to comprehend that.
Okay. Persona 3 Remake announced.
Oh God, I wish.
And it's a PS4, PS5
but it's not going to happen.
You wish.
This is wildly optimistic.
I do wish. I wish.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
I do wish.
No, that's the thing. I wouldn't be against it, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
No. All right, new mainline Donkey Kong game announced. I think we all feel safe about that.
Yeah.
Official announcement about Resident Evil 4 Remake. Possibly, but
I think it's too soon.
You give it another year.
There were all those rumors that it also had to restart development after a little while, and if that's the case, I don't think they're ready to talk about it yet. All right, so that's Will. Lock it in. Jess. Jess is already wrong on this first one. Blizzard is going to somehow fuck up again and embarrass themselves. Blizzard is not coming to these events. So.
There you go. We've already got the point then.
That's how they
is that not the fuck up, though? Have they not embarrassed themselves already by not showing up?
I mean, I think it's pretty embarrassing that they can't do a PR event because they'd probably do something wrong.
Now that the dust has settled, Todd Howard will show his face again and introduce something other than Starfield or Elder Scrolls 6, but it's okay because he'll crack a joke.
I think he'll crack a joke.
This is a multifaceted approach to this question.
Especially considering that Prediction 3 comes right off of that.
I think that Todd... So, if anyone remembers, this is possible because of the next one. Todd Howard is also directing the Indiana Jones game, even though Machine Games is making it. It is possible Todd Howard shows up to talk about the Indiana Jones game. I can say that. I think that could happen.
And he'll crack some bad jokes, and we'll love it anyway.
Yeah.
So the next one,
Indiana Jones game.
Yeah, the next one from Jess is the Indiana Jones will be Bethesda's first Xbox exclusive. I think that's wrong, but
I can see that, to be honest.
I am one of those people that I firmly think Starfield's going to be exclusive too.
But because I think they're going to test the waters first, and I feel like
I could see Indiana Jones coming out beforehand.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. We just don't know where Indiana Jones is in development, though. Like, it could be maybe coming late next year. It could be 2 years away. I don't know.
It could have been made 6 years ago and running through development hell.
That's possible.
Well, the thing is, there was way back when an Indiana Jones game that was like 90% of the way through development that just sort of vanished.
Yeah. Okay, prediction for Resident Evil 4 Remake update. Nah. Wrong. A Silent Hills project will be properly announced.
Wild, because Konami aren't there.
We've been so optimistic. Yeah. If this happens, I think it'll be at a Sony event, and Sony's also not at E3.
And also, it will just be a pachinko machine. It's not actually... Does that count as a project? Like, using it for gambling? I'm being quite generous.
For the pachinko machine?
Yeah, I'm being quite generous there.
Yeah, we'll get excited about an announcement for a beloved series, only for it to turn out to be a mobile game. Lock that one in.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
It's gonna happen.
Breath of Fire 6 for mobile.
I think that was me with Nier Reincarnation last year. I was like, a new one! Oh, it's on a phone.
Think people have phones? Will we get another one of them? Oh, that's a banger.
Okay, and finally, Vin Diesel will be on stage for Arc 2.
Yeah,
Lock that one in, too.
Yeah.
So Jess has got
100%.
some misses and some possible hits here.
Yeah, Jess is going for the big ones. Okay, from Holly. Elden Ring Tease.
Probably.
I think I feels good about that right now. Square Enix teases something Tomb Raider?
No.
I don't think so. I think they're done with Tomb Raider for a little while.
No, I think because it's the anniversary, isn't it? So
they already did an anniversary event for Tomb Raider earlier this year, though.
Oh, okay, she got that then. Nothing else. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. Some update on Fable. Again, very optimistic.
I think that's happening. They'll mention. They'll say the word Fable. It might not be
say the word
Fable, but...
News on Hellblade, but no trailer or anything. So I think this means like they'll mention Hellblade 2 still in development. Maybe show the director, say like, "Hey guys, we're working hard on it. We have something to show you soon."
Yeah, that's likely.
And then Holly did not put in 3 other ones, so I guess she's already lost. So
unless we're all horrifically wrong.
From Elizabeth, Nintendo Treehouse showcase of BDSP, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Yeah, I did not understand that the first time.
That could have gone wrong.
Treehouse showcase of
your mind went somewhere else.
BDSP demo build, exploring Jubilife City
by the way.
and surrounding areas. Okay, I think that one's safe. Nintendo always likes to use the Treehouse to show Pokemon demos. Nintendo sleeps on Pokemon Sleep.
So nothing
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch Pro / whatever it's going to be called announcement. I don't think so.
No, it doesn't exist.
That to be sooner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is probably going to be sooner because people were going to want to show their stuff running on a Switch Pro.
I think it was made up to mess with games journalists and to get us all to set our notifications to like know whenever Nintendo tweets, just so they can advertise other stuff to us.
I hate that. I did it too. Jesus.
We've all done it, you know.
And every time, it's like, remember Batgirl? It's that one again. Oh my god. Okay, Neo: The World Ends with You gameplay shown. I feel good about that. The direct. Mm-hmm. Another Persona 5 spin-off? I don't think so. I think they're done.
I mean, we're due for a dancing.
No,
we've
dancing.
already got a dancing.
Unless
we already got dancing.
We're due for the fighting.
Arena, that I think we're.
I don't know if they're going to do Persona 5 fighting.
Or the Dungeon Explorer.
I mean, maybe if they have like another team doing it, like I know Atlas is like already working on Persona 6 at this point. Like,
no, it'll definitely be like Arc System
studio.
doing
P5
fighter.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
Possible fighting game. Okay, microphone or webcam problems for someone during a live segment.
Yep.
Lock that in right now.
Shin Megami Tensei 5 trailer reveals that Dante from the Devil May Cry series is also in this one.
You've secretly been in all of them. What are you talking about?
I don't think it's going to happen, but I hope so.
That's very good. Okay, from John, we have Shin Megami Tensei 5 trailer. That seems easy. No new information on Elder Scrolls 6. I think that feels probably right. A mobile revival of a beloved series also feels easy.
Happen.
Yep.
Could happen. Saints Row 5 information we already said is not there.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Got unconfirmed.
I don't think we're going to get a release date. We might get more information on it, but considering the troubles it's been having.
Yeah.
Okay, so Vampire the Masquerade 2. This says release date here. I cannot see
a world in which
we are
not
getting
a thing from this game.
Oh, see, I think they could mention it like hey, this is still in development, but that's it.
Right, yeah. I think they should do that.
Yeah, we're not getting a release date. I think we're getting an update.
I mean, they literally just sacked like I think it was like the narrative director, someone very high up with the process. Mm-hmm. They are not ready to give us a release date.
Yeah, that's why I said we're not getting a release date.
Rune Factory 5 release date. I could honestly even see that shadow dropping during E3.
Honestly, this is possible. This feels really possible.
Yeah, and then Nintendo announces a revival or a remake of a once thought dead series.
If we get any Metroid announcement, I will count that.
You're gonna count that?
Yeah.
I think 2D Metroid's almost like 100% locked in at this point. All right, Kate, we're at you. Why don't you take us through your
Rainbow
predictions?
Six Parasite will be given a 2021 release date. Ubisoft will avoid mentioning that it was previously named Rainbow Six Quarantine.
I think that's very accurate. Yeah.
We get news about Breath of the Wild 2, but I don't get to see my favorite character, Sidon, so what does it even matter?
Yeah, they want to tone down the horniness of this one, I think.
Do they really?
So that's a two-part. We have to specifically get Breath of the Wild 2 news and not see...
And we
Sidon.
can't see Sidon. Yeah.
You know what? Actually, another one for that would be, you don't see him, but there's a new character they show and everyone starts simping them instead.
Okay, make your own predictions,
that's good.
Ree.
You mean Ganondorf?
Make your own predictions. All right, I'm going really bold here. I'm going to say we're getting the next Smash Fighter, and it's Dante.
That is bold.
I think I can see that happening.
Yeah, big if
That's
true.
bold. This one is just what I'm really hoping for. I want to see more announcements regarding Project Triangle strategy, and I am predicting 2023 for a release date.
Wow. Okay.
I love still keeping his
I can see
working title.
2022 for that too.
I'm pushing, given how long it took them to make Octopath Traveler, I'm pushing it to 2023, but I would love to see some sort of update. Then another mobile title from Square Enix is a prediction that I have.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Someone at some point during a presentation unironically uses the word sus.
100%.
And then everyone will start laughing and they won't know why.
Someone during the Capcom presentation makes a joke about Lady Deathflask's internet popularity.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can see that 100% too. Yes. These are good. This feels good. I think I'm against you on Project Triangle strategy. I think that's 22.
I think it's 23. Just remembering how long Octopath took, I think we've got another full year at least.
All right, Ree, we're at you. What you got?
Okay, my first one is Todd Howard will make another joke that only people into Fallout shitposting will understand. This is a reference to the last time he said, I believe he used the word degenerates and then even paused for laughter. I think that was referencing New Vegas memes.
Degenerates like you belong on the cross.
He was trying to win over the New Vegas fans. I'm confident that he'll go for another in-joke there. Say degenerates again.
Okay. I feel good again.
Yeah, I
feel good about that.
I'm confident about that one, Ree. I think you got that one.
Alright. More Dragon Age 4 news, and they make a egg joke about Solus. Solus is the bald elf dude.
He's the egg, yes.
He's the egg.
Yeah, Return of the Bald One.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I forgot you're a Dragon Age expert now. We did teach you. But they will make a joke, probably a joke like cracking that egg or something, because everyone doesn't like him very much, unless there's some people do.
Okay.
Unless they want to sleep with him, yeah.
Yeah, I know a couple people who are thirsty for him.
Have some high standards. And then I've got...
You have high standards. Didn't you romance Caden?
Look, okay, I will defend Caden. I can't get into it now, but Caden's...
Okay.
He's a good guy. Just get some migraines, okay? Why is everyone bullying him?
What's wrong with plain white bread?
Anyway, moving on. More Fable news, and it completely disregards Fable 3. Very confident
I believe that.
They're gonna...
The second part I 100% believe.
They are gonna pretend that... They might even call it Fable 3, just to sort of pretend that never happened.
I think
Fable
they're just...
Real 3.
I think that they're going to reboot the whole... I think they might disregard everything, honestly. I think it might be a total reboot.
Actually, that wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. Alright, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 isn't even alluded to. I'm very confident with that. It won't even get a mention, I think.
That's pessimistic.
Feels good.
Alright, and I had to swap this out because I was going to say Saints Row 5, but I swapped it out to Dragon Age Origins Remastered. That's not going to happen, but that's my, I want this to happen one.
I can almost see that because of how, I think because of how they did the Legendary Edition for Mass Effect, and it's obviously, BioWare/EA trying to win the people back. Remember when we made good games?
Oh, yeah.
I can see EA having set them on Dragon Age Origins to remaster that as well, to remind people of the good old days.
I think they kind of... because Dragon Age is a bit different in that it's basically had a soft reboot every bloody game because they don't know what they want to do with it. So they might just want to forget Origins happened. They might completely redo it and make it more like Inquisition, I don't know. But I'm throwing that in there just because I want it.
Sorry, Ree. You obviously should have said here Dragon Age 2 Snyder Cut.
Should have done. Okay, Nintendo has a sick musical performance. That's guaranteed, I think.
That feels good,
Yeah. And my last one is, one of the showcases tries to recreate the Keanu Reeves magic, but it doesn't land. I think
you can take that one to the bank.
I think every single showcase is going to try and have their Keanu Reeves moment, but they don't realize that the magic of it was that it was organic. You know, that wasn't scripted.
I also think that I've seen a lot of these rumors about like Tom Cruise like starring in Starfield, which the more I think about it actually makes more sense because he is kind of a big sci-fi man.
That could happen.
They like to do that stunt casting.
Yeah.
See also and Liam Neeson, Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, Bethesda has hired a lot of like known celebrities for stuff before. So I can see that happening. I am curious if they do try to do a Keanu Reeves moment with Tom Cruise, because that would like not land at all.
That would be so uncomfortable.
And that's why Bethesda will do it. Okay, Tim, we're on you. What you got?
So a lot of these are either stuff that I want to happen or thought were like a lot of the other these were like I could predict that too, but that would be boring. So these are kind of out of left field or stuff that I either want to be true or don't want to be true. Like I think Nintendo will not say anything about Prime 4 at all, and I want that to not be true at all. I want everything about Prime 4.
You want a 40-minute Prime 4 direct?
Exactly. I just want them. Yes, we're releasing Prime 4. Here, have it now.
I finished it. It's me, Reggie.
Yeah.
I have it.
I'm delivering it directly to you. Devolver Digital. This year, they're going to flip their own script by having a very subdued and standard presentation. Everyone's going to be waiting the entire time for their big, wacky twist. The twist is no twist.
Ooh, that's bold.
That's believable.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I had a similar idea about Devolver Digital basically parodying the Keanu Reeves moment by actually getting Keanu Reeves.
Oh my
I could
god.
also see that.
That would actually be a power move.
Yes.
Yeah.
My wild prediction is, because Dante is very likely, My Shiranui is for good boys and girls and gets announced for Smash.
That would be cool.
I would love to see Fire Emblem 4 Genealogy of the Holy War to get a remake with restored third-gen content. Because there was a third-gen originally planned.
I think remake is possible. I think restored third-gen content is not. I think you're going too far with that one.
Yeah, that's my pie-in-the-sky prediction. If I get no points, I don't care. Who cares about points? They're all made up. Whose line is it?
Well, great. This is a really fun game, everyone.
Hey, the fun is in playing, not winning.
Okay.
Capcom announces a Mega Man anything.
I think that's possible. Yeah. I've heard rumors of a Legends creeping about somewhere.
I would love a new Legends. Hell, I'd even take Red Ash. Final Fantasy 16 is going to get a release date. I suspect this is not specifically for bonus points. It will not be the full release date. It will be like a, October 22. Or not October, but fall 22. Not a...
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
like a soft date.
Yeah. And then Final Fantasy VII Remake will get a second DLC, as opposed to the announcement of when we're getting Part 2.
Oof.
Yeah, I can see that. I absolutely see, episode Cat Sheath, or whatever the fuck.
Oh, yeah, no. Episode coming. Reeves. It'll actually... No, that would actually work, because it would introduce who the fuck is that weird cat. Because so many people who are getting into the series had no idea who the heck Cat She was.
I also don't. I think that... You know what? Actually, this is my pie-in-the-sky prediction. Episode Sephiroth.
I'd play it.
Interesting.
Ooh.
You play as Sephiroth.
I mean, Final Fantasy has historically had DLCs where you play as the villain. That happened in 15.
That's true.
Yes.
That has happened.
One of them was called Dissidia. The other was called
I had that game. I don't know why.
I mean, I'm just going to say that the villain DLC of 15 was my favorite. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah.
That one was really well done. They learned a lot by that point.
Okay, so we'll jump ahead. Nima has also only submitted 3 suggestions, but CD Projekt Red will try to pull another Keanu Reeves moment with the DLC announcement,
Lock
but it
it
will
in.
fail. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think they'll. No, I don't think they're gonna. I don't think Keanu's gonna come back. Is what I'm saying. I don't think Keanu's gonna walk out on the stage for CD Projekt Red
I don't.
again.
I didn't think he was saying that Keanu was going to be there. That they were going to do something similar to try to recreate the map.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take it like that. Then I can see that for sure.
That's a 50-50. They might not. They might not want to try doing it deliberately.
I think they're desperate at this point.
They are desperate.
All right, Bethesda will tease Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield. Starfield will get a 2022 release date. I don't know that they'll actually talk about Elder Scrolls 6, to be honest. I think they'll probably mention, like, Todd will crack a joke about how they're, working hard on it or whatever. I don't think we'll see anything for it.
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate.
And then most remake or remaster announcements in the history of E3.
Yeah.
Definitely possible.
It could happen.
They're banking in on
I don't
nostalgia.
double check.
I don't like this submittal because it's going to require me to do a lot of work
Yeah.
to check.
Hey, you came
All
up
right,
with
and
this
then
game,
from
Mirov. You made your bed, now lie in it.
I am the Jeff Keighley of GameLuster. Yassine has no news about Prime 4 or a possible revival of Kid Icarus. I guess that's...
That would also count for a dead series being revived.
Yeah. Possible news about SMT4 or the... I don't know if they meant to say 5 or if they meant to say like a port
5.
before. Yeah, probably 5. Or the Forgotten Project RE Fantasy,
Yes,
which...
that would be interesting.
Yeah. Is that the one being done by Atlas, right?
Yeah, it is. All we've really had is
yeah.
some concept art for it at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that might be ready to go at the end of the year. I could see that. Microsoft revives Banjo-Kazooie or Perfect Dark, but then there's a question mark.
Gotta be more confident than that.
Yeah, gotta commit to this stuff. Do you guys see Banjo-Kazooie Revival? Also,
I
Perfect
do.
Dark was already revived.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Though they did sort of let it taper off again.
Revival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there'd be
I
that for
could see them
Banjo-Kazooie as
doing-
well. Because Banjo-Kazooie had a
they-
revival.
Because nuts
Yeah.
and bolts.
And, well, Smash Bros, was big for Banjo-Kazooie, too.
You know what? Let's bring those hands together, and we're going to revive them both at once. It's going to be a crossover game, and it's going to be better than either of Reperfect or Nuts and Bolts.
Perfect Banjo.
Perfect Banjo. Banjo Dark. Banjo Dark 30.
Banjo Dark 30.
Yes.
Or Perfect Kazooie.
Sorry, you've seen what
Okay.
you get for not being confident enough. We're taking over.
Ree, when you hear Perfect Banjo, did you also think of Perfect Chaos from the end of Sonic Adventure?
Yes.
We're terminally Sonic fans. We can't be cured.
Or Perfect
Okay,
Cell.
this one says Fortnite too. I don't
No.
know what to do with this.
No. They're gonna... Why would they? They don't
haven't
need
even
to.
technically finished announcing regular Fortnite.
That's
They've
true.
got
It would
no
be crazy
reason
if
to.
true, though.
Yeah.
But no, technically speaking, Fortnite hasn't been fully released. We are still
Yeah, I
only
think
in
it's-
one of the modes, and not technically even the main mode.
Well, they discontinued the survival mode. Actually, it's not there anymore.
I know. That the re-announcing the survival mode would be almost as wild as Fortnite 2.
Yeah. I mean, I can see them being like, here, like, we're adding a campaign to Fortnite, and people are like, whoa, like, not knowing that there was one before. Do you know what I
Actually,
mean?
you know what? Yeah, I can see that happening.
Yeah.
And then we have no news about Beyond Good and Evil 2 from Ubisoft. Lock that in for
Yeah.
$100.
They've forgotten
No.
that's a thing.
They,
I mean, I forgot
think-
that Beyond Good and Evil was a thing for a decade.
Yeah.
And then they remembered
That's
for
true.
5 minutes, and then they forgot
Yeah.
again.
Look at this monkey. Look how he jumps. All right, Max, take us home with your predictions here.
So a lot of these are also in the... I don't think it would actually happen, but it would be crazy if it did happen, so that's why they're single-parters, because they're crazy enough on their own. But, except
I
this one,
respect that.
which is, Square Enix shows a trailer that's under 20 seconds, and the game has no release date.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'll believe
I
it.
believe it.
That's happening.
So,
Yeah.
That's just called Square Enix.
yeah, exactly. That's my safe bet.
I think that's going to be the new Final Fantasy VII mobile game. There will be a third one.
Maybe.
I
That's my
believe
guess.
that.
I hate it.
So next up is Fire Emblem Echo's version of Genealogy of the Holy War. I've thought that they're going to announce this for a while, so I think that they've been doing some stuff that seems like they might be pushing to actually announce it now. Like, not with a release date necessarily, but at least actually tell us it's happening.
Yeah, so. I mean, they're either going to do genealogy or they're going to take a quick step back and do like a full-voiced remake of like an echoes of the Fire Emblem 1 and 3 combo pack.
That would also make sense.
Echoes of Valencia.
Yeah.
Is that something?
Echoes of Valencia was
Shadows of Valencia was the first Echoes.
It was the remake from the ground up of 2. But because it was Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valencia, we know there's going to be another Echoes, and I think it's going to be Genealogy, or possibly, like, Binding Blade or Blazing Blade, but my money's on Genealogy at the moment.
Oh, I hope so. I would so support this.
I could see them doing a combined pack of Blazing and Binding.
Whereas I think Genealogy they'll do on its own, and then they'll do Thracia separately, because it...
I definitely think Thracia is going to be separate.
Anyway.
I have played one Fire Emblem game, and it is 3 houses. Okay.
I've played them all. I'm insane.
So we're finally getting Great Ace Attorney, which makes me go. We might maybe get an allusion to them finally bringing Ace Attorney Investigations to West. Maybe even if they tell us more about Great Ace Attorney, they might mention it then. But yeah.
Those games are not voiced, right?
No.
No.
I mean, if it's a matter of doing a translation and localization, I could even see that as like a shadow drop situation too. Like
that would be insane. Because it's been
I can believe that.
They've but Great Ace Attorney makes me think it's possible.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
So next up, Automata themed DLC for Nier Replicant. You know,
I feel good about that.
2B dressed as Kaine. Where's Kaine dressed as 2B? You know.
Well, we already have that.
Do we?
Yeah, that's in the base Replicant game. Is that your?
But no, I could actually see like an interquel.
But
like
I agree.
Based on
I
BP's story.
But yeah, some kind of that tying the two together thing.
I 100% believe that. Yeah, they'll do some sort of tie-in episode between. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe they'll even do no, because that no, they'd probably do something where you play as Nier or somebody from Replicant rather than
you could play as Emil since he's in that
Emil fighting
there.
Off the alien invasion. I could absolutely see.
I would say otherwise something about Deviler and Popula in the interim. So the Deviler and Popula.
Can you imagine a fucking co-op game playing as Devil and Popula?
Awesome,
fuck yeah, dude. Put me.
So Breath of...
I've become such a Popula stan after playing this game. I'd like change my PlayStation picture to her.
Breath of the Wild 2 gets a trailer and the internet once again thirsts for Ganon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guaranteed.
Mm-hmm. Now this Ganon actually looked pretty like dead and decayed. You think they're still gonna thirst for this?
I think that will encourage them even more.
They did last time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I
think a lot of people drew him rehydrated and looking
rehydrated.
Ganon rehydrated.
I think we're gonna see actual rehydrated Ganon, and everyone's gonna like lose their minds basically.
Dehydrated Ganon, just add water.
I think even crusty Ganon could get some people going.
Turn a few heads, yeah.
So then the next one is, if they don't say it in these specific words, it's no point. But in these trying times, we need games to bring us together now more than ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you, if it's similar, I'm gonna give you that.
I'll give you this if they
this
in these trying times, now more than ever.
Yeah.
And and the specifics.
Yeah.
Like
in the middle, I'll give you
gaming
that.
needs to bring us together
I think some
now
of
more than ever.
Yeah, some will say, with everything going on in the world, you know.
Yeah,
yes, with everything going on right now. Yes.
In these 100%. Uncertain times.
Yeah. And then...
We'll give you some wiggle room on that
Chipotle sends me an email in these uncertain times. Jesus Christ.
Anytime you have Chipotle is an uncertain time.
Jeez. My last
one
for the next 30 minutes. For a new Yoko Taro game.
Yeah.
Bold,
yeah.
But I would love that.
Yeah.
Yoko Taro has already confirmed he is working on a new game, and it is not Nier and it is not Drakengard, but I assume it is related to that universe.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. It's bold that we'll get the trailer, because he likes to wait a bit, but I would love to see it.
I think Square could pressure him in, like, come on, give us a tease, like a title tease or whatever. You know?
That kind of thing. Even if the trailer is the Square Enix, it's under 20 seconds and there's no release date and it's actually just a title.
Oh.
Well,
they could be the same thing.
I could see him announcing the game that's just him in a room acting like a madman in the Emil mask, screaming his head off for 20 seconds with no release date.
Basically that.
That was the video game.
And we all want it.
Also, I think that something that all of us forgot is that Netflix actually has a press conference for E3. I was curious if anyone thinks
I
what
decided to not incorporate that one. I can't predict that.
They're
It's
working
going to be
on
a video game stuff.
They're working on a Devil May Cry anime, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
So
yes,
it's probably going to be
that's true.
something
They
like
are.
that, I would say. Also, the Castlevania spin-off that they've been talking about. Now that Castlevania is finished, they might talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I can see that.
What are they going to go on? I hope they do the OG.
I'm
Simon.
hoping for Aria of Sorrow, personally.
Aria of Sorrow would be great, but I think they want to build up
to
that because there's so much lore in the interim.
Yeah.
I think we might get like either Aria or Symphony. Or not Aria, but original or Rondo and Symphony.
Honestly, I found how they tackled Dracula's Curse such a failure that I haven't thought about it much more than that. So
They took so long.
Oh, you didn't like it? I thought it was a good show.
I
liked the show.
I just don't like how they handled it. My rule the entire time, every time a new season came out, was if Grant's in it, I'll watch the entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I also was desperately waiting for Grant Dynasty.
But because there's no Grant in it, I'm not watching it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Grant needs more love.
I like the TV show.
It was good, but they cut out a great character.
It reads to me as a good show, but not a good adaptation of Dracula's Curse.
I have never played a Castlevania game, and probably that's why I enjoyed it a lot.
That's fair.
They really should have had Grant as Trevor's drinking buddy who gets roped into all of this, and then eventually reveals himself to have been, oh yeah, no, I'm actually the leader of the Dynasty clan.
I know, right? But I could talk about Grant for a long time, so I'm not going to do that now.
That is fair.
I'd love it if we didn't.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish off.
I was going to say, when E3 rolls around, I feel like we should make a, was it the WND? We should make a counter.
Yeah. That would be really fun.
Yeah.
Yes. You can okay, no, here's another W&D, Nintendo games are coming to PC, but it's only the NES and SNES thing, and you have to sign into a proprietary launcher on your PC with your Nintendo Switch
Standard
ID, and then you can stream it from your Nintendo Switch to the computer.
Yeah.
I'll just be with my little Pi box over here. That'll work for me.
Well, thank you guys, everyone. So, we are going to be, this episode's going to go up on Monday, so I guess on the 7th? Yeah? Okay. So, we are going to be doing a lot of E3 stuff this year, so make sure to keep an eye on GameLuster.com and our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/GameLuster. I think most of the presentations we're going to be doing reactions to on Twitch, and those will be up on YouTube as well. So, keep an eye out and, give us a follow and on Twitch and YouTube as well. And then if you, I think whenever E3 ends, we'll kind of do kind of a look back on this and kind of go back and make sure, see who got the points, who won, and I guess whoever wins, what did they get? What was the prize?
Pride and accomplishment.
Bragging rights.
There we go.
Bragging rights.
We get to punch you once, anytime we choose. Without warning? No.
A shout out on our Twitter.
Also, I want to...
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I want to qualify. I actually do have some... Now that I have 3 inside men in 3 different companies, I did not use any of my leak information for these. These are all guesses.
That's fair.
But I have a few things that I am checking out on E3 to verify my sources to see if they're legit. So I will let you know if I'm suddenly a big inside leaker man. I might be.
Hacker man.
It's crazy how the dominoes just kind of fall on that. Yesterday I was talking to some friends and I actually announced Forza Horizon 5 by mistake. I had thought that game had already been announced and it has not been.
Oh.
I think has Forza 5? Is that because that's a different title?
Horizon 5.
Yeah.
No, that's different. So there's Forza, then there's Forza Motorsport, and then Forza Horizon.
Yeah, because Forza 5 has already been announced, and I think that might have been where your brain had a...
That probably was why, yeah. Also, did you guys see that the new Forza Motorsport is not called Forza Motorsport 6, but it's just called Forza Motorsports with an S?
Why do companies do that? That stresses me out.
But, it's in the great series of titles like, First Blood, Rambo First Blood Part 2, Rambo 3.
Or Vampires, The Masquerade's Back, Bloodlines 2.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us for this. Like I said, keep an eye out on our stuff, and everyone have everyone have a mild E3.
Please make it.
I think that would
E3.
be good for all of us.
This is my first one professionally covering it. I want it to be mild. I don't want it to be big.
I think when I want them to save a spicy E3 for when I can go in person.
Yeah, same here. Absolutely. Make it boring, please.
All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you later.
Later.